Very sad. I feel like I've been sucker punched in the gut. Yeah, let's talk. What's up, guys? It's your boy Jay. Welcome to Jay's World. So let's talk. You know how we do it, so let's get into it. And welcome to another edition of J Topics. Okay, you guys, it is with a very, very heavy heart that I come to you to report that Cheslie Kryst, Miss USA from 2019, has committed suicide. She was only 30 years old. Only 30 years old. It literally feels like just yesterday I was talking about this last week in my last J Topics, and I actually was just talking about this with Regina King's son, Eon Alexander Jr. He was only 26, and here we go again. Like I can't believe it. I literally feel like I've been sucker punched. Not saying that stuff like this can't happen, but it's just so incredibly shocking. It is so incredibly shocking that this young woman is no longer here. Y'all, she had so much going on for her. First of all, okay, for starters, back in 2019, she won Miss USA. And ironically, in that same year, she won Miss USA along with 4 other black women. There was a black young woman that won Miss Teen USA. There was a black woman that won Miss America. There was a black woman that won Miss Universe. And there was a black woman that won Miss World. Unprecedented. Can you believe? All 5 of these women of color, these black women, won in all of their respective categories in the same year. Just unprecedented, unbelievable. Cheslie Kryst has so much going on for her. Not only was she a beauty queen, and she was stunningly beautiful, but I'd heard that she was beautiful on the inside as well. She was also an actual lawyer, okay, passed the bar exam. She was a lawyer, and she actually did pro bono work as well, helping, if I'm not mistaken, underprivileged inmates that that were wrongfully accused, and helping to lessen their time in prison. She was a correspondent for Extra on the show Extra. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe that she worked on Good Morning America as well as a correspondent. They from all accounts, just a really well-rounded young lady, educated, beautiful, intelligent, warm, funny, kind. The girl had it going on. But with all of that she had going on, she was suffering. She was suffering. Oh my God. I don't even know where to begin with this. It's just so incredibly sad and just so shocking, Y'all, look. I've said this a million times before, and I'll say it again. I've said this to my own personal friends. And this isn't my quote, okay? A lot of people have said this, but I'm letting you guys know right now. Please, please check on your strongest friends. Reach out to them. Never assume, even with your strongest friend, that everything is always okay. Always. Y'all, as a matter of fact, let's just get into a habit of asking everyone, are you okay? How you doing? And be sincere about it when you ask your friend, how are you? Are you okay? Are you feeling well? Send a text. Pick up the phone if you can. Reach out. I don't care if it's your friend, a coworker that you care about, a church member. I don't care who it is. Please reach out. And again, reach out to your strongest friends, because sometimes they suffer in silence because everyone thinks that they just got it going on. But she was suffering in silence, and she killed herself. They said that she jumped from her building in Manhattan, and her body was found on the sidewalk. Oh, Jesus. Just very, very sad. My condolences to her entire family, to all of her friends, to all of her fans, to all of her loved ones. Y'all, I'm going to include this number again. It's the number to the National Suicide Hotline. If you know of anyone that is suffering, or if you yourself, if you're going through something, please call this telephone number. I'm serious. And I'm also going to leave this telephone number in the information part of this video below. Let's just get into a habit of reaching out to our friends, our loved ones, especially our strongest ones. Rest in peace, Cheslie Kryst. Okay, next, I want to talk about Tasha K. Okay, so y'all, look, I'm just going to be honest. This will probably be my last time talking about Tasha K. Not that I necessarily covered her a lot on my show, but this thing is just ongoing and ongoing. Or at least I believe this will probably be my last time talking about her, unless something just completely crazy comes up. But anyway, I want to talk about that response that she gave on her channel, you know, after the fact that she had lost her court case, her court battle against Cardi B. Y'all, it was just complete trash. It was complete trash, and I was just very, very disappointed. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't know Tasha K personally, and so all I can just judge her by is what she's given, you know. And what she did to Cardi B was, in fact, wrong. She made up lies. Lies on top of lies on top of lies. And she reported those lies as the truth, okay? As a matter of fact, she even admitted it in court. She said out of her own mouth under oath that they were lies. She even said that, well, she can afford the therapy anyway, so who cares? So this is all on record, y'all. So it's not like I'm sitting here judging her. She said it, so they were lies. And I was just very disappointed in her response because she took no accountability whatsoever. I don't know, as a matter of fact, to be honest, guys, it was a prepared statement and it sounded like utter gibberish. She's going through saying that the machine is coming against her and she's blaming the machine because the machine has tried to bully her and oh gosh, and prostitution and sex trafficking. And I'm like, lady, what in the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about, Tasha? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? You lied. You lied. You admitted that you lied. You made Cardi B's life a living hell for the past 2 to 3 years. You said this woman had a serious STD. You said she wasn't a good mother. Okay, you accused her of being in some relationship with some stripper or prostitute. These are your words, Tasha. Just own it, sis. Just own it. And it's really a shame because the woman is very, very talented. She really is. And I know after all of this is over, after everything blows over and the smoke clears, Tasha K will in fact bounce back. But if she's gonna bounce back, she's gotta take ownership of everything that she's done and come back with the truth. I'm telling you, I said it last week and I'll say it again. This has set a precedent for the way YouTubers move forward with these breaking stories. Okay, I really don't fall into that category because I do 3 types of things on my channel. You guys know this. I do J Topics, I do Cooking with Jay, and I do snack reviews. And in my J Topics, I don't break any stories. I just talk about the stuff that's already been out there. So, but anyway, yeah, very disappointing. Tasha K, please get it together. You know, I have no doubt that you are a very talented woman. I have no doubt that you're going to bounce back. But if you're going to bounce back and bounce back correctly, you've got to tell the truth and own all of your faults and your mistakes. Okay. Next, I want to talk about Janet Jackson, the Janet Jackson documentary. You guys, that documentary literally had me captivated from beginning to end. Now, most people that have the A&E channel and the Lifetime channel, they saw it in 2 parts. part 1 and part 2. I don't have either of those channels, so I actually bought mine off of Amazon Prime, and I purchased it in 4 parts, which I like that way better, because it gave me a break. After I saw one part, I went to get something to drink. I saw another part, I made popcorn, so it sort of gave me a break or whatever. But I was literally captivated, and I was very impressed. And as a true Janet Jackson fan, I was so proud of her and so glad to get some stuff that I had never gotten from Janet before. Now, did Janet tell everything? Did she expose everything? Did she let us know where all the bones were buried and all the bodies and all this? Of course not. And I don't blame her. And again, this is her life. Y'all not going to know everything about me, and I don't blame her for not telling y'all everything, but I do appreciate the stuff that she did allow us to know. It started off with Janet, riding in her car, and she was in Gary, Indiana. They're riding down the street, and it just touched me so deeply when she saw this mural on like the side of a building of her 5 brothers, and they were, they were kind of looking up to the sky or whatever, and it really caught her off guard because she wasn't expecting to see that, and she just started to cry. And I can totally relate to that, because stuff like that, sentimental stuff, makes me cry. And y'all, I'll be honest, I'm just noticing the older I get, the big of a crybaby I'm becoming, because things become more and more sentimental over the years. You go through life's heartaches, you go through life's ups and downs. You begin to lose loved ones. You begin to lose parents. Those things happen. And the older you get, the more sentimental you get. And you think about your own life and your own longevity and your own legacy on this planet. So I can totally relate to Janet. I love the fact that she honored her father. She honored Joseph Jackson, and she gave Joseph Jackson the well-deserved tribute that he deserved. Now, I don't know if you guys remember that Jackson 5 movie from back in the day. It came on regular television, and it was in like a 3 or 4 part series. I loved that. That was one of my favorite miniseries or whatever. They talked about the Jacksons, how they came up, and I remember Joe Jackson. I played by my boy. I forget his name. From he was in like, I think, Welcome Back, Kotter, and you know who I'm talking about. Lawrence something, I forget his name, but very well known black actor. He's been around for years. I'll put his name down there. But he played Joe Jackson, and he did a good job. But what I did not like about the way they played Joe Jackson was the fact that they just pretty much painted him like this one-dimensional character. Pretty much like he was just this monster, like he just went through the house just beating the hell out of his kids and terrorizing them all day. No, Joe Jackson was a respectable, hard-working black man that came up under a different time, when oppression for black people and black men was, well, I'm not going to say at its highest, because as a black man, we're still going through this stuff, but you know what I mean. He was a man of a different generation. And yes, back then, black parents, Joe Jackson wasn't the only one, they whooped some ass when you got out of line. Hey, I'm no stranger. I've gotten plenty of Joe Jackson ass whoopings when I came up, and I'm totally fine, and I'm okay, And I just hate the fact that they only painted Joe Jackson like that. And I love the fact that Janet Jackson, his daughter, actually gave him a tribute and explained who Joe Jackson really was. So, Janet, thank you. As a black man, I thank you, and on behalf of the culture, I thank you. So that was probably one of my biggest takeaways from that documentary, was the fact that she honored her father. So thank you, Janet. And of course, she talked about everything, just about everything that went on throughout her career. She touched on her weight issues, how and touched on all of the rumors, and how when she people said that she had a daughter, and she cleared that up to the best of her ability. You know, she talked about her relationship, both of her relationships, in both of her marriages, you know, to James DeBarge and to her second husband as well. Yeah, so, you know, she touched on that. You know, Janet touched on the infamous Super Bowl gate, you know, with the wardrobe malfunction. You know, when her top was ripped off and the exposed breast, she talked about that. And Janet also addressed Justin Timberlake. To my knowledge, it looked as if that was like a cut in where she just filmed that like from her telephone, and she just basically let the fans know that she and Justin Timberlake are just fine. They're very good friends. They contact each other all the time. She's moved on from it. It was blown out of proportion, and she's encouraging her fans to move past it as well. Now, Janet, I'm just going to say this. Janet, I love you. I love you dearly. I'm one of your biggest fans, but God ain't done with me yet. I'm not ready to move past Justin Timberlake because as far as I'm concerned, Justin Timberlake is still a snake. He's still a culture vulture. And not only did he disrespect you, but he also disrespected one of our other icons, Prince. And Justin Timberlake is a smug, arrogant, egotistical bastard, okay, that likes to suck up black culture when it's convenient for him, but then play a white man when it gets too hot. But again, Janet, I love you. If you move past this, fine for you. I appreciate you doing that. That's very big of you. But for me, yeah, I can't stand Justin Timberlake, for the record. But anyway, y'all, look, I could go on and on about this documentary. Like I said, it was a very good, very well-rounded documentary, and I felt I appreciated Janet Jackson doing this for her fans, and she did it just in time for Janet Jackson Day. Y'all know, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Janet Jackson Day is on February 2nd. And for all of you guys that are watching this, you know, happy Janet Jackson Day. I will be playing all of my Janet Jackson songs all week, representing my girl, you know, 5, 4. Okay, anyway. But anyway, y'all know how the Rhythm Nation dance goes. Anyway, so like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you, Janet. As one of your biggest fans, I love you, I honor you, and I treasure you. Thank you. All right. I think I've babbled enough. Guys, that's it. That's all I got. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and do what? Subscribe. Guys, please subscribe to my channel. And after you subscribe, please don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check me out at jaysworld.tv. That's JAISWORLD.tv on Instagram. And I'll holler at you later. Peace.